Witness the ultimate clash of chess titans. Magnus Carlsen, the prodigy, takes on the legendary Judith Polgar in an epic battle. Can he overcome the greatest female chess player of all time? Who will emerge victorious? Tune in for the mind-blowing showdown. Who's your bet on? Chess is a timeless game of strategy and intellect, and few players have left as significant a mark on the world of chess as Magnus Carlsen and Judith Polgar. Both grandmasters have achieved remarkable feats, but what happens when these titans of the chess world collide in an epic battle of wits? Magnus Carlsen, known for his exceptional prowess in the game, faced off against Judith Polgar, widely regarded as one of the best female players of all time. Her peak rating of 2,735 and the record-breaking achievement of becoming the youngest male or female to attain the Grandmaster title at just 15 years old are testaments to her extraordinary skill. The game begins with a classic opening move as Carlsen opts for a pawn to d5, met by Polgar's knight to f6, signaling the king's Indian defense. Both players skillfully maneuver their pieces to gain positional advantages on the board. As the game progresses, we witness an intriguing exchange of moves, with both players strategically advancing their pawns and developing their minor pieces. Carlsen moves his knight to g3, seeking to redirect it to a more advantageous position. In response, Polgar surprisingly moves her knight to a6, defying conventional chess principles, but undoubtedly having a well-thought-out plan. Carlsen, undeterred by Polgar's unorthodox move, continues with his planned development, while Polgar successfully establishes her pieces to create threats on the king's side. Both players are in a balanced position, and every move becomes crucial in shaping the game's outcome. Polgar seizes the initiative, opening up the center with her pawn to e5, aiming to activate her rooks and gain control of the d-file. Being ever vigilant, Carlsen promptly locks the center, not allowing Polgar to dictate the flow of the game entirely. As the tension builds, Polgar initiates threats on the king's side with the move h5, hinting at her relentless attacking style. Carlsen remains focused, strategically maneuvering his pieces to counter Polgar's advances while safeguarding his king. A key moment arises when Polgar sacrifices her knight on g3, a bold move that forces Carlsen to think deeply about his response. Taking the knight is perilous, as it would expose his king to potential danger. Carlsen decides to play it safe, sliding his rook to safety, avoiding immediate threats. Polgar expertly disrupts Carlsen's dark square bishop, limiting its mobility and restricting his options. In response, Carlsen risks trading his knight for Polgar's bishop, resulting in a complex position with both players eyeing each other's king. Amid the tactical exchanges, Carlsen strategically targets Polgar's undefended pawn with his queen on g5. Polgar acknowledges the threat, but responds by repositioning her queen to a more active square, setting the stage for further engagements. As the game progresses, it becomes evident that this clash of chess titans is far from over. Each move is a calculated step, and the players carefully consider their options to outwit their opponent. In response to Magnus's plan, Judith moved her knight to a better square, improving its position on the board. Then she moved her rook, attacking Magnus's bishop. After careful consideration, Judith moved her king to g7, indicating that she chose not to retreat her active bishop. Magnus then offered a queen trade, which Judith accepted without much delay. However, this decision was risky, as Magnus is renowned for his exceptional endgame skills, turning challenging positions into draws and wins. Following the queen trade, Judith saw an opportunity for a bishop sacrifice. After Magnus captured the bishop, Judith planned to fork Magnus's rook and king, aiming to win material and gain an advantage. However, Magnus anticipated this sacrifice and willingly accepted it, realizing he could use his king to escape any potential threat from Judith's knight. With this sequence of moves, Judith found herself in a precarious situation. She was now down on material and time, and in a disadvantageous position. Magnus had skillfully defended against her threats and had gained a considerable advantage. Judith attempted to create an attack on Magnus's g2 pawn, but he had it well defended. In a last-ditch effort, she tried to capture White's isolated pawn on b6, but Magnus had already planned for this move. He calmly played knight to b2, setting a trap for Judith. Falling into Magnus's trap, Judith couldn't capture the pawn because her rook was trapped. Magnus had anticipated her only safe move, rook to b4, and had brilliantly prepared with his earlier bishop move to b5. Realizing the dire situation, Judith had no choice but to resign from the game. Magnus Carlsen's strategic skills in the game of chess helped him beat Judith Polgar, despite her best efforts. Every move in chess is important, as this intense game showed. We should appreciate the spirit of this ancient game and look forward to more exciting matches. Remember to like, share and subscribe to see more amazing chess battles.